Okay, let's talk about FIFA. If you don't know who they are, congratulations on living under a rock for the past few decades. FIFA is the real game changer in the world of sports. They're the organization that somehow managed to turn football into the richest sport in the world. And when I say richest, I mean the kind of money where you need a briefcase full of cash just to bribe your way to a decent seat at the World Cup. This was an empire that raked in billions of dollars, billions, with a B, the kind of money that made their headquarters look like an actual casino, where the only thing that mattered wasn't how good the football was, but how fat their wallets were getting. Oh, and don't even get me started on the World Cup rights. Billion-dollar sponsorships? Check TV rights? Check FIFA was basically a money printing machine. But just when you thought they were the untouchable overlords of global football, 2015 happened. Suddenly, the once mighty FIFA empire crumbled under the weight of its own corruption, and the world got to see the dark side of the beautiful game. If you think FIFA was just about football, my friend, then you've been living in a world of blissful ignorance. Let's break it all down. Hey, welcome to Simplified, where we take complex stories and break them down in the simplest, most entertaining way possible. Today, we're diving into the absolute train wreck that was FIFA, an organization so full of corruption that even the mafia would have been like, oh guys, that's a bit much. This video has been compiled from a ton of different sources. So if we miss something, or if we've gotten something hilariously wrong, don't hesitate to let us know in the comments. We'll fix it faster than FIFA can change the host of the next World Cup. All right, before we get to the scandal, let's take a quick look at how FIFA even became this beast of a money-making machine. FIFA, yes, it stands for Federation Internationale de Football Association, which is a fancy way of saying the guys who run football and we're taking your money now, thanks, was founded in 1904. Back then, it was just a group of European football fanatics trying to make sense of the chaos that was international football. Fast forward to the late 20th century, and FIFA wasn't just organizing football tournaments, it was running the show. By 2013, FIFA raked in more than $1.3 billion in revenue. Not bad for a group that didn't actually play any of the football. They weren't even on the field, but somehow they were the ones pocketing the cash from every game played. And don't even get me started on their $1.4 billion cash reserves. To put that into perspective, that's enough to buy a small country, or like 7 football teams that actually know how to play. Now, in case you think they were just good at making money, let's not forget that FIFA weren't just sitting around playing Monopoly with the cash. No, they were securing sponsorship deals that would make the Kardashians jealous. Coca-Cola, Nike, Adidas, they were throwing money at FIFA like it was going out of style. Each new deal was like a Christmas bonus. But instead of presents, it was millions of dollars in sponsorships and broadcast rights. Now we've got to talk about Sepp Blatter. Oh, Sepp. You see, Sepp wasn't just a man. He was the Don Corleone of the football world. Blatter served as FIFA president from 1998 to 2015. Under his rule, FIFA transformed into the billion-dollar empire we know today. He was the guy who didn't just want a slice of the pie, he wanted the entire bakery. And guess what? He got it. Blatter wasn't your average football official. He didn't sit in boardrooms talking about match strategies. Oh no, Blatter's business was about the deals, the power, and most importantly, the cash. He became the face of FIFA, and the man had a way of handling business that would make Gordon Gekko proud. But here's the thing. Blatter wasn't just a football executive. No. He was more like a magician with money. He knew how to make it appear out of thin air. As long as you didn't ask too many questions about where it came from or who got their pockets stuffed along the way, everything was fine. Under Blatter's leadership, FIFA became the most profitable sports organization on the planet. But with great money comes even greater temptation. And guess what happened? Blatter, like most people in power, couldn't resist the lure of cash-filled envelopes. Now let's get to the part that really makes FIFA special, the World Cup. You see, FIFA didn't just hand out the World Cup to countries. Oh no, that would be too easy. They had an auction. That's right, countries were bidding for the privilege of hosting the biggest sports event on the planet. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, it gets crazier. Countries weren't just bidding by promising to build stadiums or improve infrastructure. Oh no, they were bidding by slipping a little extra cash under the table to make sure they won. I'm talking about Qatar, a tiny country with no football history that somehow secured the 2022 World Cup, not because they had the best footballing infrastructure, but because they had the best financial backing. Qatar wanted the World Cup, and they were ready to put all their oil money to good use. FIFA wasn't exactly turning down those sweet offers. What's a few $1 million here and there when you've got $1.4 billion sitting in the bank, right? So Qatar won the bid, and the rest of the world was left scratching their heads, asking, wait, didn't they just build a football team last week? By the time 2015 rolled around, FIFA's corrupt little world was starting to unravel. Thanks to the magic of Chuck Blazer, who was basically a FIFA whistleblower, who, by the way, had an apartment in Miami that made Donald Trump's place look like a studio apartment, the truth came out. Blazer had it all, the lifestyle, the money, the corrupt deals. But when the FBI came knocking, he had to make a choice, go to jail for the rest of his life or spill the beans on everybody. Guess what he chose? Yup, he spilled the beans, and suddenly everyone's dirty laundry was on display for the world to see. So one day in 2015, the FBI rolled up in Switzerland because, that's where FIFA's headquarters are, perfect for shady deals, and raided the hotel where FIFA officials were staying. They arrested 14 top FIFA officials, including some big names in the football world. Talk about a bad day at work. Sepp Blatter's reign was effectively over. Sure, he tried to pull a few more stunts to stay in power, but it was like watching a politician try to hold on after the election's already been lost. By 2015, he had resigned in shame, and with him went the old guard of FIFA. The world watched in awe as the FIFA corruption scandal became one of the largest, most shocking political scandals in the sports world. Sepp Blatter, Michel Platini, and a slew of others had their careers ruined, their money seized, and their reputations destroyed. Enter Gianni Infantino. After the scandal broke, FIFA needed a new face, someone who could come in, clean up the mess, and restore some dignity to the organization. Infantino, the former UEFA official, was ready for the job. With the support of Russia and Qatar, he became FIFA's new president. But was Infantino really a savior? Or was he just the next man in line to take the throne and keep the corruption party going? Well, some people believe he cleaned things up, while others think he just kept the lights on and went along with the show. So what's the takeaway from all this? FIFA, the once untouchable sports empire, crumbled under the weight of its own greed. From billion-dollar sponsorships to shady World Cup bids, FIFA was all about one thing: money. But today we can even with the dust settling and some new faces taking charge, FIFA's past continues to haunt them. The scandal was so big that it made Watergate look like a church picnic. And there's the lesson: money, power, and corruption always go hand in hand. But hey, if there's one thing we can count on, it's that FIFA's going to be around for a while, because let's face it, who's going to stop the World Cup cash train? If you found this video as entertaining as FIFA finds bribery, don't forget to hit subscribe and like this video. We'll be back with more simplified but oh so satisfying deep dives into the world of sports, corruption, and everything in between. See you next time.